As an Italian, Spanish sounds so much like more, I don't know, like fire, you know.
Fire, like fire.
Yes. Fire.
In French we say signe.
In Italian is cigno.
I think we have the same roots for this one.
Yeah, Latin.
Yeah.
Hello! I don't think European languages are very similar. I think Europe is a very big place, and maybe there's some overlaps between, countries that are beside each other, but overall I would say European languages are very different from each other.
There's like certain languages that have the same roots, like you have the Slavic languages that obviously they're gonna sound.
But they sound very different. Like for the vibe, for example, for me as an Italian, Spanish sounds so much like more, I don't know, like fire, you know.
Fire, like fire.
Yes.
Fire.
In the US we say brush.
In Italian we say pennello.
In French we say pinceau.
In German we say Bürste.
In Spanish we say brocha.
In Polish we can say szczotka, and in Russian we can say kist or szczotka.
And to me, none of those sounded alike. I mean, it is
all different.
All different, right?
It's so different.
And it's interesting because obviously, Italian and Spanish still have some the same Latin roots, and so
but this was very different still.
Yeah.
Yes.
So in English we say magnet.
In Polish we say magnes. It's almost the same.
In Spanish we say iman.
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 It went from similar to complete 180 difference.
Yeah. Well, German is similar too. It's just magnet.
In French we say aimant, but we also have a magnette, but it's not this one. It's like the souvenir one, you put on a fridge. We say magnette for that, but this one is aimant.
And in Italian we have two ways as well to say it, magnete or calamita.
Calamita is very different, but overall there were some similarities. Very different from brush. Yeah, I think French and Spanish seemed pretty similar.
How do you say it in Spain one more time?
Iman.
Iman? Aimant. Oh,
Iman,
kind of, yeah. There's
has
a
similar roots, honestly. And then I think from English, in Polish and German.
It's almost the same.
And then, how do you say the second one you said again?
Magnete or calamita.
Magnete is pretty similar,
kind of.
but the other one very different from everyone. It's very interesting. So in English we would say lamp.
In Italian we say lampada.
In French we say lampe.
In German just Lampe.
In Spanish we say lámpara.
In Polish we say lampa.
This has definitely been the most consistent between languages. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
The etymology of this word is quite similar.
Yeah.
Because etymology is more cultural related than actual language related. So it's interesting to get through the etymology of each word.
In Italian it's lámpara, right?
Yeah.
Actually, in my other language, Catalan, it's lámpara.
But you say
Lampe.
Lamp.
lampa.
So those. Interesting.
Lampe.
Lamp.
I think it's written same as German, but in French we don't pronounce the E at the end, so that's why it's not lampe, it's just lamp.
Interesting.
Sounds expensive.
Yeah, kind of.
Well, I mean, if you think about it in a geography sense, Spain and Italy are closer to each other, and then Poland and Austria.
French is in the middle.
French is in the middle, and that's why French is more of the outlier, you know. Kind of looks the same as German, but sounds different, So the next word is swan in English.
In Italian we say cigno. Cigno.
Like Chinese.
In French we say signe.
That kind of sounds really lovely.
Yeah.
German is just Schwan.
In Spanish we say cisne.
In Polish it's łabędź.
Oh,
wow.
So different.
Yeah, I would say this time it's very different again.
Yeah.
I think maybe the most similar would be with English and German, where the W is more of a V sound almost.
We just add a CH.
Yeah.
Now it's really different.
Random words.
Right, random words, just making it up as we go. Just kidding. Can you guys say it in French and Italian again?
In French we say signe.
In Italian is cigno.
I think we have the same roots for this one.
Yeah, Latin.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah,
quite
to me,
interesting.
yeah.
So the next word we have is sky.
In Italian, we say cielo.
In French, we say ciel.
In German, it's Himmel.
In Spanish, we say cielo.
In Poland, we say niebo.
Interesting.
similar.
French is like without like the O sound at the
Yeah,
end.
we never had O sound at the end of
Right.
words in French.
But I think in that case, maybe Spanish and Italian's the closest. But even Polish this time, it's like very similar, but with like a N sound at the start, which is really interesting. How do you say it again in
Niebo.
Yep. There's definitely like a consistency with like French, Italian, and Spanish
Yeah.
being the most consistent with being similar to each other. In the US, we say purple.
This is interesting because in my language, depending on the shade, we have different ways to call colors. And I guess this comes from my culture because, you know, we are artists.
Of course.
So I associate purple to purpura, which is a specific type of purple, of violet purple. So we would say in Italian, we would say purpura.
In French, we say violet.
Sounds so fancy,
Yeah.
so pretty.
Yeah.
Italian, like the other type of violet, we say viola. So it's
okay.
kind of similar.
Oh, very similar.
But we also have like a, when we speak about like more special
Shades.
specific shades, we also have pourpre in French. It's kind of
In German, we do also say violette. So like from the violet, like probably from there. But I think we mostly just say lila.
In Spanish, we have all. So we have violeta, we have púrpura, and we have lila.
We also have
We
lila,
also have
but
lila.
it's like the very light,
yeah.
very light violet.
In Poland, we say fioletowy.
Polish is definitely a bit different, but honestly, all of them are really quite similar.
Yes.
Really similar, especially between Italian, French, German, and Spanish. In the US, we say bus.
In Italian, we say bus, the short version, or autobus.
In French, we also say bus, like with the French pronunciation of the U. But like on the picture, like bus, the bus is just for the one like in the city, like the
For like
But
transportation.
but travel bus we say car.
So it's like still like in the US, you would still consider it like a type of bus, but in French it's a bit different. That's really
Yeah.
fascinating.
I feel like this is going to be the most consistent because we also literally just say bus or autobus.
Spanish.
In Spanish, the same. We have bus, autobus, or autocar. When the kids go to somewhere else, which is cool.
Autocar.
That's really cute.
In Polish, same. Autobus.
Autobus.
You guys
So
don't
similar.
say
This-
autobus word is not a saying.
No,
Autobus.
in the US we don't use autobus. It's just bus. So I think that would be the difference, honestly, between European languages and.
Yeah.
I think I found like Swan a bit interesting because I also speak Spanish, but I didn't know the Spanish word for swan. It's just not something I ever thought of learning. But they were all like pretty different, and so that to me was really fascinating.
It's always nice to compare different languages and to see how similar and different they are at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's,
True.
there's always new words to compare. So I really liked it.
Some parts was so similar, it's the same, almost same, but some parts was so different.
Yeah.
You never can understand it. Someone will say, I will never understand it. So it was so nice.
I think it makes me wonder about the etymology, so now I want to check the etymologies of everything.
Right, because there's definitely a lot of overlaps, and then suddenly it just completely like
Yeah,
diverges. and
sometimes
it's
you
very
get to
different.
know stories that are connected to legends, so it's quite interesting.
So today we compare our differences in European languages.
If you like the video, please like and subscribe.
See you soon.
Bye.